What's going on, guys? Chandler's Lacey Farm here. Today we are going to be looking and checking out my brand new Eafengrow knife. Nice large knife. I've got a couple more Eafengrows here for comparison sakes, and I got one here that is a real good comparison that is not an Eafengrow. All right, but this knife inspired me to purchase this knife. All right, let's set these two here aside over here. This is their brothers. And we will set this one over here for now too. Let's get into this thing. It is the Eafengrow. I will have Amazon affiliate links in the description box down below for all four of these blades. And if you want to help the channel, that is one way of helping the channel, because I do get a small commission off of any sales that are made off of my affiliate links. Okay. This thing I bought, this was a Christmas present. I told my wife, if you get one knife for me for Christmas, and she ended up getting me a shitload of knives. If you only buy me one, make sure it's this one, because it was such a screaming deal. Eafengrow had this blade marked down to $55 for Black Friday. Okay, now it's back, and before they marked it down, it was around 80 bucks. Right now, it's marked back up because holidays are over. It's around 70 bucks. Okay, this is the Eafengrow Ef148, and it's awesome. I've already opened it. You guys are about to see it. Here we go. I already put a lanyard on it because I like lanyards. Came with a little blade wipe. I think that's a blade wipe. Yeah, it came with a little blade wipe, not real fancy, kind of thin. And your silica gel pack, keep it from rusting. And the knife came in a bag. All right. Eafengrow, they do not get really fancy with their boxes, which is fine with me. All right, box is a box, right? But taco style sheath, love taco style sheaths. No matter if it's a large knife, a small knife, I really like a taco style sheath. I just like them. It's got a gigantic glass breaker on the back, stout. This knife is nearly a 1/4 inch thick. Nearly, it is. It's a big, thick boy. Comes with a Tech Lock style pocket clip or belt clip on it. That's not as good as a Tech Lock, but it works. You can slide this little piece over, and then it locks to your belt, and then you can push it that way, and then push it, and it'll open. So. And I've already glued the little crossbar in on all of these, whether it's a Tech Lock or an El Cheapo, doesn't matter. Their little crossbar for the width of my belt. That little bar gets super glued every time. Every time it'll get super glued in, so therefore it won't fall out, because if you don't super glue them, I have had them to fall out. So, great taco style sheath. Canvas micarta handle scales. It has red G10 liners. No further ado. Great retention on the sheath. It doesn't rattle. There it is. Look at that bad boy there. Eafengrow Ef148 in Austin steel. What a beast. Black stonewashed finish. Great blade. I'm going to do some serious chopping with this thing. May do a hard use video on this. It's for sure going to get a Firecraft video. The one thing that disappoints me the most, it will not strike a fire steel. It will not strike one. It is too rounded off. When they rounded the top of that spine off, they rounded it now. I mean, in order to get that sharp enough to strike a fire steel, you'd have to take a lot of meat off of that. And it is almost a full flat grind. You can just see that line that goes across the top right through here. You can just see it. But great blade, awesome blade. It came sharp, not quite screaming sharp, but it damn sure came sharp. That's one thing I will give Eafengrow. This is the third knife that I own from Eafengrow, and they have came sharp. So props to them for for knowing how to send out a knife with it being for sure usable. Bolted on handle scales, got three bolts there, holds it on. Just a touch of jipping right there, which is just fine. It does not have a finger choil, which is fine with me. because the blade is close enough to my hand that I can still get in close to do some fine work. Yeah, I'm stoked about this blade. I cannot wait to beat the shit out of it. I'm gonna do some chopping. We're gonna build a fire with it, do some feather sticking. It's gonna be great. And depending on how that goes, this one may get a hard use video also, maybe. So look for that in the future. Sheaths or Kydex, they do a great job on their sheaths. It's got a little bitty drainage hole down there at the bottom, little bitty guy. But let's go ahead and do a comparison here with a couple of other ones. This is the EF. What the hell is this one? The Ef148, I believe is what it is. Let me go ahead and pull it out here. Yep, there it is. Ef128, and this one is in D53 steel. I've done Firecraft video with this one. This one works pretty damn good for Firecraft. It's thick, heavy, very round scales, bolted on G10 scales on this one. It's got G10, but great blade. Pretty good pancake style sheath. It fits in there super tight though. Well, it's getting better. I don't know. Man, it fits tight. You cannot run a lanyard through that lanyard hole because it is so sharp inside of there, it will just slice your lanyard. I actually made a video about that too. So you can look up the videos that I did on this knife. It's a great blade also from Eafengrow. There you go. Kind of a comparison there. Then we've got this one. Taco style sheath. You can run a lanyard on this one and it won't cut it. This one actually has got two holes, so you can run a lanyard on this side or that side, however you want to do it. Bolted on, canvas micarta handle scales, just like this guy. Same style tech lock. Same style of little bitty drainage hole right there. Right there. Kind of see it. But this one is a monster. I mean, it's a monster. I have done Firecraft videos with this one. I done a wet Firecraft video with it one day out in the rain. I've done, I think, 3 videos with this knife. This knife is amazing. I tell you, Steins versus Knives, he's done videos on this blade, and after watching his videos, he was some of the reason why I ended up purchasing this blade. And yeah, it's a freaking beast. It is a beast. But I wanted something that was a little more, I guess you could say, normal. Because this thing's not normal, you know, and it's not the most comfortable in the world to use. The handle scales are pretty squared off on it. The jipping is almost useless because it's so wide and big. It's a very impressive knife, don't get me wrong, but it's just not quite what you'd call an actual really good, comfortable woods knife. To hold both of these in my hand right now, this one is 3 or 4 or 8 times as comfortable than what this one is. This one's not as comfortable. But either way, that's a couple that, you know, other offerings from Eafengrow. They have Eafengrow. If you haven't ever looked them up on Amazon, holy shit. They make so many knives, so many different blades. It is crazy how many knives that company pumps out. And they're all in different steels, and they got a flavor for about anything you would want. They're very impressive, really. So another thing that led me to want to purchase this blade was I own, this is my ESEE JUNGLAS, and I always wanted the JUNGLAS 2 just because I kind of wanted it. Well, I don't want to spend that kind of money again. These ESEEs are high, and it's 1095 carbon steel, and I always kind of wanted the other one just to have a larger, you know, the bigger one and the smaller one. Well, look at this. Look at this right here. Look at the way the handles are designed. Okay, it's designed very similar. Okay, has a lot of the same feel to it. Now, this blade is actually thicker than the JUNGLAS. Get them turned around here. You can see this blade here is just a little bit thicker than the JUNGLAS. And the JUNGLAS 2 is 1 inch longer than this one. Okay, it's 1 inch longer than this blade. This one is, let's see, overall length. Let me get out a tape measure because that doesn't have measurements, didn't have anything with it. Overall, this thing's like 12 and 3/4 inches, right? So be 13 and 3/4 inches is probably what your Junglas 2 is. So because it has right at about another inch of blade length. But I can't remember the weights on it. But this one is shorter than the Junglas 2, but since it's thicker than Junglas 2, it actually weighs a little bit more than the Junglas 2, even with it being an inch shorter. Even though it's a little shorter, it has more weight to it. So whenever you are chopping, it's probably going to chop just as good as your Junglas 2 is what I'm getting at. So here we go, ESEE Junglas and the Eafengrow Ef148. There we go. It's got micarta handle scales, just like the Junglas. Now, the Junglas is definitely more comfortable. I mean, this is a $200 blade, guys. I mean, these are amazing blades. Okay, if you got the $200 to spend, buy you one of these or buy you a Junglas 2. But if you're in the budget market for something that is a lot like a Junglas 2, I mean, $70. There you go. Or if you catch it on sale like I did, $55, man. $55. So the handle scales are not as rounded. They're not as comfortable. The handle is a little shorter. You can see there, it's just a little shorter. But man, it's so close that, I mean, I was like, yeah, why not? I got to have it. I got to have it. So like I said, look for a Firecraft video coming from this thing. It's going to be good. Maybe do a hard use video on it also. Like I said, look at my Amazon affiliate links for all 4 of these blades. All 4 of these blades will be in the Amazon affiliate links down below in the description box. I do get a small commission off of anything purchased off of my Amazon affiliate links, and every little bit helps the channel, okay? So I appreciate you guys, and that's it, guys. That is it. So keep an eye out. We'll have more videos coming soon. I'm sure of it. And if you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if I can get this remote to work, we've been fighting today. All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good one. See ya.